jubbly. I've never actually sung this with props and bells and at a piano and out loud before, so this could go horribly wrong. But bear with me. Let's go. Shh, shh. Don't want to hear those bells yet. Gather around, I've got a story to tell about a Manhattan lady who I know very well. She lives at 5 Riverside, her name is Shirley DeVore, and she traveled around the world to meet the guy next door. Now there was trouble inside apartment 29E, 'cause Shirley's mom and her dad were as upset as can be. They said, "We hate to complain, dear, and we don't like to grouse, but you're nearly 32, you should get out of the house." You ready? You gotta ring them bells, you gotta ring them bells, you gotta make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear a ting-a-ling. You gotta ring them bells. Now Shirley was 31, which she was loath to admit, and she had never been kissed, which didn't thrill her a bit. And so she sat and she thought for hours on end, and said, "I'll go to Chase Manhattan where I'll buy me a friend." And so she borrowed a car called TWA and told her mom and her dad that she was up and away. "I'm gonna travel the continent a month, maybe 2, and haul me home a hub if it's the last thing I do." You ready? Yeah. You gotta ring them bells, you gotta ring them bells, you gotta make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear the ting-a-ling. You gotta ring them bells. You're doing really good, guys. Well done. Really proud of you. She met a Londoner first, but they did not hit it off, 'cause every time that they he got a bronchial cough. And so she went to Madrid and met a handsome signor, but he liked to throw the bull and he was no matador. She also bombed out in Brussels, in Mallorca and Rome, till someone said, "Try Dubrovnik, dear, before you go home, 'cause it's the kind of a place where you'll be likely to fall." And Sir Cameron and Andrew find the Balkans a ball. I didn't give you the cue to do it there. You gotta ring them bells, you gotta ring them bells, you gotta make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear the ting-a-ling. You gotta ring them bells. We're almost there, guys, we're almost there. And so she went to Dubrovnik, and the very next day she met a guy on the beach who took her reason away. Yes, it was love at first sight, and such a beautiful scene. She said, "My name's Shel DeVore." He said, "I'm no Saperstein." She said, "Are you from New York?" He said, "That can't be denied. I've got a swell junior 3 at number 5 Riverside." 5? 5 Riverside Gardens? 5 Riverside Gardens, New York? Are you sure? Number 5? But that's where I live. As if it wasn't enough, poor Shirley thought she'd gone deaf when he told her his apartment there was 29F. Louder. Yes, she was E, he was F, and they had not even met until they traveled the world to Yugoslavia. Yet he'd always been right next door, and she would never have known. If she hadn't tried Dubrovnik, they might still be alone. Big finish. Well, there's a moral to learn from little Shirley DeVore, who had to travel the world to find a husband next door. You girls who live in apartments, don't just stare at the walls. Open up the door and get out there in the halls. And ring them bells. Come on, ring them bells. Make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear a ting-a-ling. You gotta ring them, sing them, ring them bells.
Thank you. Thank you, my bell ringers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now go and drink. I'm gonna